Without any checkup, the boy told the woman that she was gravely ill, but she didn't believe him. However, when she consulted a doctor about this, she was shocked to hear him say the same thing as a child. The woman was actually the chairwoman of the Dawson Group, and she was asked to take in an heir since she had no child of her own. Her father threatened to give the company to her uncle if she didn't, so she did chose an orphan as an heir. But when she was going to take his custody, her car suddenly stopped, and she was about to be crushed by a truck. But just then a little boy came and stopped the truck with his bare hands. Seeing this, the woman and her assistant thanked the boy, but this frightened the kid in the car, and he ran away. The woman tried to chase him, but the supernatural boy stopped her, and since the kid was no longer in sight, she decided to take him along with her and make him her heir instead. As soon as they arrived at her house, the boy smelled something gross, but the woman didn't believe him as she had cleaned her house just earlier, and she left for work. The boy acted on his earlier suspicion and found a few poison pills hidden in several places. He immediately summoned his subordinates and told them to look for the person responsible for this, as he didn't want any harm to come to the woman. Meanwhile, the woman found out that it was his uncle's son who had tried to kill her in the truck accident, and she confronted him and taught him a lesson, warning him to not try something like this again. However, he was adamant on eliminating her and taking over the company. Later, the boy came to the woman's office with a drink to please her, and he found some bugs while he was there, which shocked the woman, as she had a professional team check her office for bugs. Worse still, the boy realized that although his mother looked radiant on the outside, she was actually gravely ill, with little time left to live. Of course, coming from a 5-year-old child, such words seemed unbelievable, and the woman didn't believe him either. But she couldn't resist his persistence, and finally agreed to go to the hospital for a checkup. The results left her stunned. The doctor's diagnosis matched exactly what her son had said. While she was still at a loss about what to do, she returned home to find her son lying on the ground, having fallen while trying to prepare her medicine. She rushed to check on him, but he was more worried about the medicine than himself. She noticed that he had injured his hand, and told him to not worry about the medicine. She quickly bandaged his wound, and since the child was hurting too much, she insisted to call her family doctor. But he told her that there is no need for it, and he will be fine if she just blows on it. She did just that, and this made him feel a lot better. He told her how she is the first person to blow on his wound like this, and to treat him so kindly. He promised to protect her and cure her of her illness, and she promised to protect him as well. Later, she called her assistant and had her draw up a will to transfer everything she owns to her newly adopted kid in case anything happens to her. Afterwards, she went to attend the board meeting, but she was a little late, and her uncle made no delay to point this out. He even revealed that she hadn't adopted a child yet, and because of this her extra 10% shares are to be distributed among the board members with a vote. However, the girl revealed that she has already adopted a child, and even showed the newly made will to them. Hearing this, the uncle asked his son how she was able to adopt a child, reminding him that he told him to get rid of all the kids. But they still had another move up their sleeve, and they showed her medical records to everyone, pointing out that she is about to die in a month. She still insisted on running the company as long as she was still alive. Meanwhile, the subordinates informed her son that the board of directors were the ones who placed poison pills in the house. Hearing this, the son left at once for the office. Back at the office, everyone was reluctant to let the woman leave the company as she was about to die, and the uncle's son even forced her to sign the documents to hand over the company. They told her to just head to the hospital and find a cure for herself. And just then her son entered the office, throwing lollipops at the uncle and his son.